Now we would take a look at the various reports that would assist you in checking real-time updates on the system. To check reports, you would need to go to Daily Downloads, New Reports. In New Reports, the first report that would be important to you would be the provisional orders. Provisional orders would show you all the orders that have been placed by you through the day. You would need to select the date for which you would want to view the report, then select the transaction type, either purchase or redemption. Next, select the order status as valid or invalid. In case if you would want to view the report for any particular client, you just type the client code and click on view. In case if you do not select the client code, then all the orders that have been placed for this particular day would be displayed here. The next report that would be of importance would be the order status report. The order status report would give you the status of the order after the status has been received from the respective AMC. To check the order status, select the type of transaction, that is purchase or redemption. Next, select the order type and then click on view. As is visible here, these orders have been verified by the respective AMCs and they have updated these orders as valid. Now, once the payment for these orders are made, mapped and the confirmation sent across to the respective AMCs, these orders would be processed and units will be allotted. The next reports that would be important to you would be the allotment and the redemption statement. Once an order is processed and units are allotted, you will be able to see the number of units that have been allotted and the NAV at which the units have been allotted. The redemption statement would give you information of the amount that has been redeemed and at what NAV the redemption has been done. The next report would be the spread order report. The spread order report would give you the information of the second leg of your order, that is the redemption order. It would show you the date when the order will be executed. The next report would be the switch report. The switch report will give you the intimation of the second leg of the switch order, which would be the switch in. The next report which would be important for you would be the authentication email SMS log details. This report would let you know real time authentications done by your clients. In case you place a redemption order, you will be able to check real time whether the client has authenticated the order or no. You will also be able to check through what mode has the client authenticated the order. In case if there is no authentication that is reflecting, you can always speak to your client and intimate them to authenticate the order. The next report would be the payment gateway email log. This report would let you know in case if an email has been sent across to the client and in case if the email has been sent, on what ID the mail has been sent and the time as well. The next report you could check would be the redemption payout date report. This report will display the date and time when the funds would be credited to the client's account, and once the funds are credited, it would mention the date and the time when the funds have been credited. So you can keep a track of the redemption proceeds in case if your client claims he or she has not received the funds. The next report would be the funds received report. This report will give you an intimation real time in case if a client has made a payment or no. Also, it would give you an intimation through what mode the client has made a payment and if the payments have been credited to us. As you can see, in this case, the client has initiated a payment through the direct mode. However, the payment has still not been received in BSE. Besides this, there are few more reports which you can check for registration that have been done for SIPs, HWP, HTP. So in case if you want to view registrations done for SIPs, you need to go to daily downloads, except ISIP registration report, select the date range and select the client code and view. You will be able to view all the client registrations that have happened over that period of time. You can also view if these SIPs are active or have been cancelled. In the same way, you can also view the HWP registration report and the HTP registration report. When you register an SIP, you can check the status of the SIP, whether it is active, it's been cancelled, or the authorization is pending. To check the status of the SIP or the XSIP registration, you need to go to daily download, except ISIP registration report, select the date range, enter the client code and click on view. Here if you notice, the status shows as CXL. That would mean that this XSIP has been cancelled. The next status reflecting is auto CXL. It would mean that the client has not authorized this XSIP ISIP registration. Hence, it has been cancelled by the system. The other status reflecting is pending new. It would mean that the client has yet not authorized or authenticated the registration of the XSIP ISIP. In case if the client goes ahead and authorizes this registration, then the status will change from pending new to active. The same would be available for HWP and for HTP. As you can see, there is CXL mentioned, there is active mentioned, and there is pending new mentioned. So, active would mean that this HWP has been registered and will be actioned. Also, you can check the same for systematic transfer plan. select the date range, enter the client code and view. You would see the details of all the systematic transfer plan registrations that have been done. Also, in XSIP, ISIP, you can check the installment due reports. This report will help you to know which all SIPs are due for the following dates. In that case, you can let your clients know the amount that are due to be debited from their bank accounts. Thank you.